So in this one, I want to look at trying to make a bouncing ball. So you can see we've got a 3-second animation here called ball. Take a look at the position keyframes. You can see we don't have any. So we should get some. So there we've made the first ball keyframe. We can press end. And there is keyframe number 2. Now we can click this button here, include this property in the graph editor set. What it means is that if I do that, it's deselected. I think F2 deselects as well, so that's kind of useful. But you can see by the keyframe type, it's going to be a Bezier. You wouldn't really be able to tell that from this picture. The way you can tell that though is if you go into the graphs, you can see that this is essentially it says 174.10 pixels. This is essentially concatenating the X and the Y together. So you may not want to combine those two. So in that's the case, I think you can do this button. And you can see that's separated the two now. And you can see that the see this X line at the end of it. It's a little bit, that's Bezier. Basically it's not straight, so it's Bezier. It's smoothing it. So what do we want to do? Well, to make a bouncing ball, which is actually what this is going to be about, you need to make some keyframes in the Y position. All right, so we want to go to, we're going to do it at 15. Oh yeah, can I get a better display than that? No, that's not bad. That doesn't make much difference. But anyway, so at 15, we're going to look at the Y position here. You can see that's the Y position one. So what we're going to do for that is we are going to just change it. You'll notice if you look at the X position, nothing's happening. That is still staying the same. So we're just alternating the Y position here. And we want it to be a bouncing ball. So we'll go right to the bottom. So obviously, if you think about it, like the bottom of those points, it's basically about, yeah, it's about there. That's fine. And then what you can do is you can press Control C. That copies the keyframe. So we go here, Control V, puts it up again, and then we'll go to 215. Sorry. You can also do, yeah, if I do Shift, yeah, Control does it. I can't remember. There's a shortcut for that as well. I have to try and remember that. But you can see you've got that. It's not really, doesn't really look like an animation at the moment. So what you have to do is you basically have to convert these. So if you look at these keyframes, you can see we've got these 3 keyframes here. I'll just deselect for a second. You can see you've got 3 here. You've got 1, 2, 3. If we click on the keyframe, you're going to get the handles, but you'll notice that when I move them around, it does both of them at the same time. Generally, you don't want to do that. So you press Alt, and you just move it a little bit. That's done. And then we could do it. Basically, it means that the keyframes won't move together anymore. So you could just press Alt on this guy. It doesn't matter which one you go for. Alt on this guy. It's just so it looks like this. Instead of looking like that, it looks like this. All right, so let's actually, we're going to have to make it a little bit bigger because you like to, it's good to see like the whole thing, right? So what we're going to do is just going to check this keyframe here, first of all. Let's get access to it, please. It's literally right on the thing. There you go. Okay, so this one we're just going to put about there. And you sort of see like the way to do it is you see this wants to be like a U shape sort of thing. Maybe not that high. I'd like to be able to see the whole thing, unfortunately. You see, when you get to this little spot, what is it? Yeah, it has to be super high. I'm not sure like if you can make it change in that thing. But basically the whole point is you want this one to be deep, right? You want it to be like little points like that, and then not so deep. So that could be, yeah, we'll make this one not so deep. Put this somewhere like that. The depth of that is not really what I'm looking for, if I'm being honest. I accidentally selected both keyframes there, which I didn't mean to do. So you can see that's, why is it down there? Did I accidentally put that down there? Anyway, let's have a look at that. Oh, well, that's a, yeah, it's not terrible. Why did you go down there? What is the, there you go. Sorry about that. No, no, it's in the fine. It's fine. It's a little bit higher going. I kind of like went a bit over the top with that. I mean, it could go like that, to be honest. There's obviously lots of different ways you can potentially do it. One thing I noticed is if you just put the left one here like that, sometimes you get quite a good, like, again, I just like to see the extra numbers. Because I can say, look, I'm at 100 here. And maybe I could make this one at 200. So if I did something like that, that's at 200. That's at 100, right? So it means it would be more shallow. If you look at the picture now, you can see more shallow like that. It's a little bit like too regular at the end though. So what I could do is I could just move this. Make sure you stay in the same line, bro. If I do something like that. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine, right? So yeah, that's basically a bouncing ball. I mean, well,